Today we're taking a look at these CFB matches, which are happening on Saturday, October 15, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Kansas versus Oklahoma. This is a matchup of teams with different situations under center, as one team will likely be without their starting signal caller, while the other will likely have theirs back. With that said, Bean is no slouch as he was the starter for Kansas last season, and he performed well in relief last week against TCU. Gabriel being back definitely helps the offense for Oklahoma, but Brent Venables has to find a way to get his defense to play at a much higher level than we've seen the last few weeks. Playing at home helps the Sooners, but I can't have faith in a team that has dropped their last 3 games by at least 30 points, marking the first time that it happened in school history. Based on how gritty Kansas looked last week, you have to take the points in Kansas in this contest. Our team pick is Kansas plus 9 points. The Jayhawks and Sooners score points and allow points to be scored. Oklahoma, they are averaging 37 points per game when quarterback Gabriel is playing. Kansas is averaging 40 points per game. The two defenses are giving up tons of points too. The Jayhawks are allowing 26 points per game, whereas the Sooners are allowing 29 points. The over is 7-1-1 in Jayhawks' last 9 games on grass. The over is 4-1 in Sooners' last 5 versus a team with a winning record. Our total pick is over 62.5 points. Auburn versus Ole Miss. Ole Miss doesn't have any reason to look past Auburn despite the Tigers' .500 record and a struggling offense. The meat of the Rebels' schedule awaits them after this game with matchups at LSU, at Texas A&M, and finally at home against Alabama. The Rebels need a convincing win against Auburn as they are ready for a make-or-break run in the SEC. Ole Miss's ground game should easily overwhelm Auburn's 62nd ranked rushing defense, and the new wrinkle of a solid passing attack will likely be unveiled yet again when Auburn attempts to stack the box. Kiffin has never been known for his modest goals, so don't expect the Ole Miss taskmaster to take his foot off the gas in this game. On the defensive side of the ball, Ole Miss should be able to overwhelm the Tigers' young QB and force him into mistakes. Ole Miss has been below average in turning the ball over, but the Tigers are downright dismal. This one will get ugly early and should be a 3-4 touchdown runaway win for Ole Miss. Lay the points, -14.5, and go with Ole Miss. The under is Lane Kiffin's bread and butter. Since Kiffin arrived in Oxford in 2020, the under is 18-11-0. The shutdown of Auburn's offense is expected against a stiff Ole Miss defense and will be sparked by the Rebels' ability to hold teams to 334.2 YPG, 32nd in the country. Auburn has only scored 25+ points once this season, and that was against Mercer. Auburn has only scored 16 PPG against FBS opponents, and the Ole Miss defense has only allowed 14.5 PPG. These two teams have played to the under in 3 of their last 4 meetings. The under hits because Auburn won't be able to move the ball and push it over the 55.5. Connecticut versus Ball State. This game is going to be a battle. Both teams come in with 2 straight victories in their pockets, which few people would have projected. Even fewer would have said that either team would have a 3-game win streak on the season, but the winner here comes up with that bragging right on the ledger. With that said, UCONN has had all kinds of problems moving the ball through the air, and that is something that they have been unable to adjust for this season. Running the ball is all well and good when you have the lead, but it can be tough to come from behind with no threat of an aerial attack. Ball State has gotten better than expected production from Paddock under center, and he has plenty of experienced options in the passing game. The Cardinals are at home here, and they get the victory to climb above the .500 mark on the year. Our team pick is Ball State Cardinals -9 points. Expect UCONN to stick with Jim Mora's game plan to beat the Bulldogs of Fresno State. Run the damn ball and drain the clock to wear down the defense. Ball State struggles to stop the run, so the plan should be effective. Defensively, the strategy doesn't change from their last 2 wins. Bend, but don't break and force turnovers. The Huskies rank 36th in takeaways. UCONN keeping a Ball State offense off the field that scores 25.8 ppg will be vital to keep them in the teens for the under and the win that I've already picked. Our total pick is UNDER 47.5 points. Buffalo vs Massachusetts. The University of Buffalo football squad has managed to completely flip their season around and improve to 3-3 with an easy win over Bowling Green on Saturday, 38-7, after starting the season 0-3. More importantly, the Bulls are now 3-0 in MAC play this season and sit atop the conference standings. A 31-0 halftime lead was more than enough for Buffalo to earn their 3rd straight win and pull even at .500 for the season. I'm usually fairly averse to picking heavy favorites, especially on the road, but this game could get ugly. The Bulls come in on a 3-game win streak and have shown vast improvement on a defense that was torched early in the season. Buffalo is a respectable 52nd against the run and will most certainly stack the box and force UMass to try to beat them with a passing attack that is among the worst in the country. Buffalo is 62nd in the country in rushing, but is coming off a near 200-yard performance against Bowling Green. Buffalo is averaging over 37 points per game in this 3-game win streak, and UMass hasn't scored more than last week's 24 points all season. Buffalo will make it 4 straight wins this week and will do so comfortably. Take Buffalo and lay the -16 points. UMass is a run-focused football team, averaging 176.0 rushing yards per game, and asks a lot of its quarterback Gino Campiotti in this department. The 6'3" junior leads the Minutemen in rushing yards 374 and passing yards 257, with 2 rushing TDs to his credit. He is completing only 44.6% of his passes and has thrown 6 picks to just 1 passing touchdown. 3 other running backs have accumulated more than 100 rushing yards this season, with Ellis Merriweather leading the group, 219 yards on 56 rush attempts. Greg DeRosiers Jr. added 2 rushing TDs last week versus Liberty, as well. The Minutemen average just 12.8 points per contest this year. Buffalo will break down the Massachusetts defense with its rushing attack, leading to a slow pace of play with UMass's dedication to running the ball. I don't expect Snyder to be much more than a game manager in this atmosphere, as he's only passed for 188 yards and 171 yards in the past 2 weeks, anyway. The under is 6-1 in Buffalo's last 7 games after a straight-up win, and the Bulls don't tend to run up the score on the road against teams with a losing home record, as the under is 5-1 in their last 6 games of that variety. Our total pick is under 47 points.